Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a video here to talk about Dragon Ball Super Volume 22. Now, I didn't know this got released like 2 weeks ago. I thought the next volume was coming out in April. I guess when I was searching it up, I had the wrong number I was looking for, but I could have sworn Die Dark and this were not coming out until April. Turns out the next volume of both is going to release then. So, Dragon Ball Super, many of you know I'm a big fan of the series so far. However, just like with this volume, it's currently, at least in the trade paperback releases of volumes, it's stuck in the middle of readapting, basically directly adapting, Dragon Ball Superhero, the movie from a couple of years ago, which I'm not a fan of. Mainly because of the execution of the film. It's not so bad in manga form, where it's not that shitty. That movie was entirely CGI, 3D CGI, 3D animated CGI, whatever you want to call it. And I'm thankful for that. It's a lot better just watching it in 2D on this platform. However, I've been saying over and over again, I just don't think that story is that good. I reviewed all of the movies for this channel, including the Super movies, when I ranked them out and everything a while back, like a year ago, or closer to a year ago, I guess. And I myself just don't like Superhero as a movie. I've said that again and again. The previous volume, 21, kind of spun us off into that. It had a little bit of like Trunks and Goten doing their thing, I believe, but it kind of started off the retelling of this movie for like half the volume, if I remember correctly. And this particular volume picks up mainly when Pan is about to be kidnapped, but like you have the intro to the book being, if I remember correctly, now mind you, I've seen Superhero like twice now, and I still don't want to rewatch it for this. I don't want to do research for this. This is almost beat for beat, scene for scene, but the beginning of it is Goku, Broly, and Vegeta training together with Whis and... God, what is his name? Anyway, the cat god thing. I cannot remember his name to save my life right now. But it starts off with them training. I could have sworn it was a little bit of an expanded scene that was a little bit longer than what you had in the movie, just slightly, about Vegeta meditating, thinking about how his way of fighting might not be the best way to beat the enemies, based on what he's seen throughout Super, and so on and so on. I thought that was kind of cool. It was a good moment for Vegeta, but again, I don't remember if it's in the movie or not. Outside of that, and maybe one other scene towards the end involving Goten and Trunks, and their whole Great Saiyaman X1, X2 thing, I don't remember that being in the movie either. I could be wrong about that too. Outside of those things, the majority of this are retelling the Dr. Hedo story, all the way up to when Cell Max is released at the end of the movie. So I'm assuming at least half, if not 3 out of the 4 chapters of Volume 23 will be dedicated to that, which sucks because it's coming out in April, like I said. And it just means to me that I'm going to be waiting 4 months for most of the shit I already know what's going to happen. Unless there's a little bit of a, again, kind of a change up, a little bit of some new stuff, expanded scenes, whatever. It's going to be generic. It's going to be something I'm not going to care about. I feel like moments like that are the way that Toriyama, God rest his soul, and Toyotaru could kind of get a break here and there to really think out the next part of the story, which is good for them, thankfully. But I just don't like the Superhero movie. I don't care about Gamma 1 and 2. I don't care about Dr. Hedo. I don't care about the villain in this film before Cell Max is released. I'm just not into any of that shit. For some reason, I'm just not. But it's a fine book. It's really like a 3 out of 5 stars for me. Like, kind of like Superhero is, because it's a very, to me, it's a very milquetoast movie for the normies that claim to be hardcore Dragon Ball Super fans. Kind of like how Battle of the Gods movie was. It's really not for the Z fanatics, in my opinion. You know, the one that made everything popular. And here in America, at least. But overall, I mean, Dragon Ball Super Volume 22 is not the worst thing ever. It's beautifully drawn as usual. I like all that. If I'm right and there is some expanded scenes, it's kind of worth reading for just those couple of moments. But at the end of the day, I don't think most people are going to care about this particular arc. I just hate that we're retelling the movies. I know they're canon, so they kind of have to be retold, but still, man. Resurrection of F wasn't, so why do we got to do this one? Anyway, what do you think about Volume 22? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think about Superhero, which is what I'm going to call the movie from now on? Do you love it? Do you hate it? How do you think about the retelling so far? I'd love to hear your thoughts on all that too. But anyway, Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.